Let me walk you through this in a simple, practical sequence. This isn't theory. It's a way to actually start leading yourself. Step 1. Decide if you believe change is possible. Most people don't really design their lives. They kind of fall into them. They wake up and react. They chase whatever is loud. They deal with whatever feels urgent. We complain, we plan, we start things, we go hard for a week or two. And then life shows up. Something breaks, someone needs you, work gets messy, or comfort gets really comfortable. So before anything else, here are the first questions we have to answer. Do you actually believe you can learn? Do you believe that you can change? Do you believe that you can grow? Because if you don't believe that, nothing else in this video will stick. Step 2, understand what leadership really is. Most people hear leadership and think about a title or confidence or being the loudest person in the room. But leadership at its core is self-command. It's deciding what actually matters, lining your behaviors up with that, and sticking with it long enough for it to make a difference. If you can't manage yourself, you're not really free. You're being managed by habits, by emotions, by other people's priorities, and by whatever shows up that day. Step 3, realize you're already an organization. Whether you think about it this way or not, you already run your life like a small operation. You have inputs, time, energy, money. You have outputs, results, behavior, progress. You have systems, habits and routines. And you have culture, standards and values. The only question is whether it's organized or not. Leadership is learning how to turn chaos into something you can actually work with. Step 4, borrow models that already work. Look at leadership anywhere it actually works. In the military, if there's no mission, things fall apart. If there's no clear intent, people get confused. If there are no standards, mistakes multiply. Everything is done on purpose. Roles are clear, expectations are clear, and small actions connect back to the bigger mission. In sports, a coach isn't just giving a hype speech. They're setting a long-term direction. They're building daily practices, they're watching performance, and they're constantly making adjustments. At the big picture level, they want to win the season. At the small picture level, they care about today's drills, today's reps, today's effort. Even something simple like tracking your workouts is you acting like a coach in your own life. In business, strong companies don't just stay busy. They set goals, they track numbers, they review what's working, and they fix what isn't. Busy organizations burn out. Intentional ones grow. And honestly, your life deserves that same kind of attention. Step 5, set your personal mission. In leadership, there's an idea called commander's intent. It's basically the answer to 3 questions. What are we trying to do? Why does that matter? And what do we do when things go sideways? For your life, that might sound more like this. Who am I trying to become? What kind of man do I want to be? What kind of husband? What kind of father? What kind of leader? When that's clear, decisions get easier. When it's not, you end up reacting to whatever's in front of you. Step 6, become your first employee. Here's a useful way to think about this. If you were hiring your first employee, would you hire you? Are you reliable, prepared, open to feedback, consistent? And if the answer is no, that's not a beatdown. That's just information. So ask yourself, what would I actually want in my first hire? And how do I start building that in myself? Because you don't help someone grow by yelling at them or threatening them. You shape their environment, you train them, you give feedback, you build systems around them, you track their progress, and you make adjustments. And that works just as well when you turn it on yourself. Step 7, raise your standards. Leadership isn't really about having an amazing day once in a while. It's about the baseline. It's about what you do on an average Tuesday. Standards decide how you wake up, how you talk to people, what you tolerate, and what you repeat. They're the things you do without having to negotiate with yourself. You raise the floor, and over time, the ceiling comes with it. Step 8, build and track your habits. Bad habits usually don't disappear. They get replaced. And good habits don't magically show up. You make space for them. One of the easiest ways to do that is to track what you're doing. Make it visible, make it measurable, make it a little fun. I play a game with my sons called the Game of Self-Discipline. We track a number of habits, whatever it is we want to work on that week. Throughout the day, we can check it off, and it's kind of like a little motivator to get them to get it done right away. Then at the end of the week, we can go back and see how well they did over the week, make adjustments for next week. And then we could also give them some sort of reward to kind of cap off the week. And with that, we can improve ourselves, get a little faster on our processes, and get more done or do more of what it is we want to do throughout the week. Step 9, respect the power of compounding. One workout doesn't make you strong. Skipping one meal doesn't change your body. One slice of cake doesn't make you unhealthy. Saving once doesn't make you wealthy. Being kind once doesn't make you a kind person. But once you start doing those things over and over, it's who you become. You're a result of the things that you do. What does the future you need of you? What does the future you need you to start doing today? Step 10. Compartmentalize and keep moving. This is the part that usually gets tested. Things happen, kids get sick, work blows up, plans fall apart. You miss a workout, and you say something you wish you hadn't. And yes, all of that matters. It's your life. But leadership is about not letting one moment ruin the day, or worse, the entire campaign. You see, you deal with what happened, you take care of what needs to be handled, and then you keep moving forward. You don't let that bad hour turn into a bad day. You decide what actually needs your attention and what can wait. Sometimes leadership means just getting back to the state of calm, getting back on track, and taking the next right step. Step 11. Grow into a new identity. Over time, this process changes how you see yourself. You start to become the kind of person who shows up, who follows through, who pays attention. And that shifts things. It shifts how you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you listen, and how you lead. You get more comfortable learning. You get better at helping other people grow. And that identity drives your behavior. Step 12. Create a daily and weekly rhythm. If you look at how leaders run companies, there's usually a rhythm. They check numbers, they review what happened, they adjust the plan, and then they do it again and again and again. You can do the same thing with your own life. Pick a few things that matter. Track them. Look at them regularly. If you fall off, pick it back up again. That alone can change your life. Lead yourself first. If you want more from life, start by leading yourself. Run your life on purpose. Build a few simple systems and protect what you're doing, because a life that isn't led usually ends up being managed by whatever shows up first. So instead of going down the wrong path or any path, make the path you want to go down and lead yourself.